Mhm. Test, test. I wasn't. I didn't know if I put up a test just to open a window. I didn't realize that it went on and notified people that I was going live. So it was really just to check a bunch of stuff on my computer. Hey, Mike, what's up? Mike's, what's up? You still in Chumpan? No, where are you? You're in Chanam, right? By Hua Hin? Sorry, Mafia. Hey, Andy. Test, test. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, I didn't realize that if I opened up a window and just put test just to check out the computer on my own, that it went out and notified you guys. Hey, Mark. I get more people come in when I don't schedule anything than I did before. All I've been messing around with is the nine. I was trying some different cards, and I noticed that people were saying that it had. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Um, you were just testing to see. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people watching, but I know that there was a lot of people, and Mike's has the nine also, saying that it overheated. I really haven't had that problem, so I was just checking out some cards, and it's really weird. Mine, I don't know about anybody else that has the nine. Mine's real picky on which cards it'll take. Um, it won't take some ultra stuff, but it will take the, what is this one? The extreme. I don't know if you can see it. The little extreme cards work, but some of the Samsung, which it has the same deals on the 64, it won't work. That's weird. I don't. Yeah, I really like mine. I mean, in fact, I was getting ready to go over to the house to uh, to take some video because they have done the stairs. I do have some video on all the tile. All the tiles pretty much done, and the stairs like 95% done on the house. It looks really good. It's like that white marble looking. The stairs are with black tile about maybe 4 inches on either side of the step. It looks really nice. I'll get some video today and put up a little 5 minute video or something this afternoon. But it does. It looks really good. But the nine I was testing with the batteries, and some people, I don't know, were saying on the new one, the 10, which I can't see any reason in the world to get, um, with what I've seen anyway. Um, the batteries, the I bought this. I don't know what you have, Mike's. Um, it's the Cube. It holds three batteries. I've got it, and it came with two of these. In case anybody's interested, since I'm just talking anyway. Uh, I have the GoPro two of them, and then I have this one. And some of the people on the internet were saying they they aren't they don't work. I've had no problem whatsoever with the aftermarket batteries. In fact, I have them for my seven, which I actually got because of Joe. It was one of the first cameras I got, but it's the same type thing, but with the much smaller. Um, so I just been messing around with those. Uh, I really enjoy the nine. I haven't quite figured out how. Hey Richard, how you doing? Did you get my email? I sent you an email. I haven't checked my emails this morning. I did answer you last night, I think. So I haven't had any problem with batteries overheating. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. The only thing I've got to try to figure out, and I don't know if I can do it until I get 1,000 subs and use the YouTube app. I haven't quite figured out how to use it in live streaming, and I think Mike's does. I think he does use it. We're stuck here. Oh, hey, stuck. What's up? I get more people coming in now than I do when I schedule. It's amazing, and I'm not doing anything. The wife already went to work. I'm just sitting in the room. I'm gonna head over to the house and do a small video. But the house is looking good. I had about a hour meeting with the builder last night, and went over and picked out the tiles and bought some tiles for the back of the backsplash and stuff in the kitchen. Supposedly, he's going to have the outside and the inside painting completed by the end of this week. That means that the guy that's building the what I'm calling a carport and cover for the Thai kitchen can start next Monday. Probably take him about 4 or 5 days to complete that. Once the painting's done on the inside, the 5 new air conditioners that I bought can go in, and I'm letting a husband and wife team from my wife's work do it basically on weekends and after work, so they could make the money um, to put it in. It's not that it's any more expensive or cheaper than having anybody else do it. But I did go, Joe, instead of with the Mitsubishi, I went with the Samsung. They have a new. Tried to explain it before. I'll do a video on them. It has the oscillating deal on the bottom, but I know my wife and a bunch of people, they don't like air blowing on them. I do. I'd rather have it ice cold blowing directly on me. But when you put it in this special whisper or air smooth or something mode, it's a new thing. That diverter closes, and the whole front panel of the unit, although it looks like it's solid and everything, has got a million little holes in it, and it pushes the air out at a low velocity, and the air just comes and falls into the room. It's supposed to be in it. I don't know. I probably got taken. But the compressor I liked about this Samsung, I like they have copper coils and stuff. So it had everything that I wanted. It probably rivals, if just as good as the Mitsubishi. So they can start putting it in. So within 2 weeks, should be able to have all the air conditioners in, and the electricity should be on. So I'm still saying it's going to be the second week in November, but I'm going on within the next 2 weeks. We're taking a week vacation to Pattaya, and that I'm looking forward to big time. I'm burnt out. I need to see the ocean. That's the one bummer about being here in Surin, is I can't jump on my scooter and in 30 seconds be down to the water like, let's say, Joe could, or I could have when I was in Kamala and stuff like that. So I do miss it. Hey, Brock. Hey, Nikki, I thought you went to sleep. Yeah. I am too, Joe. I mean, it's so, I didn't realize it was going to be this stressful, and it isn't so much, and it's from being an American, man. I mean, I was a contractor for many, many, many years, and when I told somebody, that was my word. I'll have your air conditioning in by Saturday at 12 noon. I had it in by 10 that morning, and and it was gone. Here in Thailand, it's just, and I understand he is super. I mean, I would say he's building 3 homes. He got stuck with all those high prices. He's never once said, I need to stop building, or I need to charge you more money or anything. And he's doing the best he can. So I really appreciate it. And he is a good guy, and he does quality work. So someone's calling me. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. So I had a good long talk with them. The island and all the counters and everything should be in by the weekend, maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, and then the granite guy will come in and do his stuff. The cabinet guys, I think I got a good deal on the one, and I'm gonna have a breakdown. Probably not as good as Joe's, but hey, Les, how you doing? But I'll have a breakdown on it. But it's gonna, with the pool and with the plunge pool and the pond, it's gonna be pretty close to what I had originally thought, 3 million baht, and that's without the land. But I'll have a pretty good breakdown on everything. I still got a little bit to finish on the wall, which is basically out of my pocket, and I did switch some stuff around. Instead of me having him put concrete all the way around the house, I kind of worked a deal with him to pick up the driveway, which wasn't in the original contract, and only do the Thai kitchen on the one side across the front of the house in the driveway instead of going all the way around the house, which basically worked out about the same. It's about 4 square meters more doing the driveway. So we'll see. Yeah, but it does look good. The stairs look awesome. My wife got this, I don't know, it's a gigantic crystal chandelier. It's almost 60 centimeters or millimeters or whatever across, and it's almost 2 meters long. That's going to hang down in the staircase. So we did get that. I've got all the other stuff. I did get the refrigerator. I went with a black glass front double door deal. I did get the fancy shower with that sings to you and has all the foot massage, back massage, rainfall. It does everything. It'll even do steam, but I'm not going to hook up the steam. And then the other bathroom's just glass enclosures. But all the toilets are in the bathroom now. Granite's all in. Sinks are in. All the tiles done. They're moving right along. It seems like it's snapping pretty quick now. Joe would probably know better than me, but it seems like towards the end here, it's starting to roll a little bit quicker. What did let's say? I'm missing the chat. Sorry, guys. What did Joe agree to with Brock? You had yeah, exactly. I really liked it. You made an awesome friend there. Like I said before, you can't really tell whether the guy likes you or not. Or you like him. That's the way to go, you know. I mean, if I was in put you up, I'd use him. It takes a lot of the stress. And it isn't so much. I mean, we've agreed on 95 or over 95% of everything that we've done on the house, from the design to the only thing that I didn't agree on is the pink bathroom. She wanted it for her mom, who's basically going to be downstairs and using that bathroom. And I said, go ahead. The rest of the stuff we pretty much agreed on, colors, everything. So it's been okay then, but out of pocket money and trying to get people to give me prices and trying to get my wife to ask them for prices is like pulling freaking teeth. It's like Thai people do not like to ask any questions. And I said, you don't understand. How can I know if I can do this, and afford to do this, and this without knowing how much this is going to cost me? I can't just, I can't imagine. Well, last night he gave me the last 2 numbers that I needed to punch in to make it easy for me to make the decisions on. Like the cabinets in the bedroom are going to be all along one built-in TV in the center, a little sitting area in the middle, 2 rather real large, armoires type thing on each end, is 60,000 baht. The kitchen cabinets, the guy's doing everything, and he's a relative too, is 60,000 baht. So it's costing me, it's actually a little bit cheaper, 55,000 and 60,000. So it's 115,000 for all the cabinets and all the cabinetry work in the kitchen, including a buffet in the kitchen type thing, and a real large, I don't know, what do you call it, closets, whatever it is in the master bedroom. So it's not, I don't think it's too bad, but trying to, is Mr. Mitch here? Is he here? Because he was the one that just called me. I don't know if he looked pink. Did someone say pink? Yeah, I mean, my wife loves pink, Richard. And the bathroom, you'll see when I'll put the video out today, and it's only going to be like about a maybe 3 or 4 minute video. I'll show the bathrooms. The granite looks great. The granite in our bathroom is actually the same that I'm using in the kitchen. It's a black type thing, and I'll get a couple pictures, but yeah, it's definitely pink. And her and her mother like it. And like I said, they have like complete smiles on their face because first off, they never thought that they'd be able to do this. They never thought they'd have a new home, and the children are excited because they never thought that they would have a a bedroom of their own type thing. So it's all one big thing. It makes me a happy man to know that they're so excited about everything, and they are, but they want it done too because it was supposed to be done a month ago, so or over a month ago. Your adopted family, yeah. Let's see. And did I say hi to everybody? I did. Mark, Nikki, Tommy J, Les. And I thought that, I don't know where Mitch is probably out looking at condos. I think that's what he does for his whole life now is spends the whole day looking at condos where he's going to live or what he's going to get. I don't think he knows. Hey, dirty old man, how you doing? So, yeah, it is. It's really going to turn out nice. You'll see from the video because it's starting to come together. In fact, he was actually talking about the grading and stuff last night too. So I believe he's going to start doing all that stuff. And then, like I said, the guy's going to come over. I think in tomorrow, maybe he's going to start on the outside, finishing the painting. It's 95% done. But once he paints the front, they can take down that scaffolding. And like I said, then the guy that's going to build the what I'm calling a carport and cover for the outdoor Thai kitchen can come in and do his work. And I'm guessing he's going to be maybe 3-4 days a week, maybe to do that. And then it's just once he puts that in, because all the footings are already in for that. He did that the first day I gave him his first payment on it. He put in all the footings for the carport. And once that's all done and he's built, then they can do the driveway. And then they'll probably do all the grading. And then I've got to my wife's got some kind of grass thing or I don't know. It's not, I said, just get sod, I'm an instant gratification guy. One day it's dirt, the next 10 seconds, it's all grass and you're smiling. That's all I've ever used was sod. She said too expensive. So she's doing something where you plant all these little pieces of stuff and you don't have to mow it and it stays green. What it is, I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's going to be nice. It's going to be perfect. I don't think it's too big for us because basically I'm not even going to ever probably see the upstairs, the two bedrooms up there. And even when the kids, aren't there anymore, they'll just be guest rooms. Most of the time they will anyway. The one 16-year-old went and got back from Bangkok 2 days ago. She got her first shot of Pfizer through the school. She goes back on the I think she said the 28th. So to get the second one. And I don't know, they're talking about school and stuff in November, but my wife tells me they have not said anything to her about school starting. I'm kind of hoping that they don't go back until I'm going to put up the link in case anybody wants to come on. Since I'm doing a test. Yeah, so she said they haven't said anything about going back to school. So I'm hoping it's after the first of the year. And I still want to get 3 vacations in. And I sent that one link. I don't know if you already got it, Joe. Did you know about or see when I was talking about they're doing the same thing that actually Chuck and Paige used last year? 40% the government will pay for the hotel and give you 600 baht a day for reimbursement for food or give you money for food. The hotels, I think, are different. Before you had to pay the whole thing, and I think you got reimbursed. The link that my wife gave me, which is a Thai link that I sent to like Mark and other people that wanted it, you only pay the 60% of the hotel room. So they automatically just bill the government the other 40%. So it's quite an incentive to travel, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's a time to travel. But I don't know about you with your foot and having to have it cleaned and all that kind of stuff, if you could even go away. But it makes it almost free. When we're going with the 2 kids, they pay 40% of the room plus the one daughter's 18. So she'll actually get 600. My wife will get 600. So beside getting breakfast in the 4-star hotels, we get 1,200 baht a day for food. So you know how far 1,200 baht will go, especially with Thai food. So if you want that, I can send it to you, I guess is what I'm saying. and anybody that I know your email address or you're friends with me on Facebook or whatever, I can send you that link. But my wife said that Gift should know about it. You probably already do. You probably already answered me, and I'm just sitting here rambling. Uh, all right, Dickie. You said you were going to sleep an hour ago. Um, and while we used that last year, not hotels. Yeah, I guess I don't. They're giving you a 600 baht. I think I'll have to ask my wife. It isn't like it's a little bit different than last year. I think she's actually getting. It's not for the hotel. It's for anything you want to buy. So I think that the government is actually giving the Thai national 600 baht a day in money to use wherever you want to use. So you can check it out if you see it, but obviously you probably have it. But and my wife said that they're going to do this until March of next year. So I'm going to plan. We've already got the one plan for this month, and we're going to plan one for November and one for December, because if she doesn't use her 3 or 4 weeks, she doesn't get it. She loses it. So we're going to go ahead and, hey, Daniel, we're going to go ahead and use it. Yeah, if you want me to send it to you, Les, I can send it to you if you don't have it. I can send it to whoever. Just send me. And if not, I think in my, I don't know, I'm so on YouTube, but in my one of my sections on my page, you can get my email address and email me, and I'll send it to you. But yeah, it's great. Most hotels are taking it right now. I know that I got Thailand Digital Nomad put up something up on YouTube. I think he's in Chiang Rai. A 13,000 baht a day 5-star hotel or whatever he's in. They charged him 1,300 baht a night. So I mean, I don't know. Like people say, it's not time to come to Thailand. I don't know. And I heard also that they're coming back with that extended tourist visa, where it's 90, 90, and 90, 200 and whatever days it is. Yeah, I think it's 2,000 to get it, and then every 90 days it's 1,900 baht to renew it. So you can get almost a year. But the only little hitch to the thing is when it's over, you have to leave the country. Now, I don't know for sure if you've got to go back to your home country, which I don't think you do, but I think you could, if everything's open in almost a year from now, you could just go over to Cambodia or Laos or whatever, and I think that would be good enough. So that has been approved. Of course, check everything that I'm saying with the government, but supposedly as of yesterday, they brought that tourist visa, extended tourist. I don't know exactly the name of it either. That's how in tuna, but it is. So yeah, well, that's where I saw it, Les. I watched your video. Yeah. And Les goes into it. If you don't, and I don't know how to put up links, I'm kind of a moron. But if Brock's here, or I don't know where Mitch is in here, could put up Les's link. Les does a good thing on explaining everything, the pros and the cons of getting that visa. So yeah, I watch almost all your videos. Every time it comes up, I try to watch all the people that I'm subscribed to, but boy, it's tough, man. I used to think to myself, oh, how come this person didn't watch my video? And now when you've got 15, 20, 30, 40, YouTube channels that you subscribe to just in Thailand, and I do a lot of moto camping videos and our people in the US and all sorts, it's hard to flip and do, and edit videos and do live streams. And, it's, I guess I should say it's a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think they are. Like I said, they made big ones in the 1st of October. I think we've got more to come here in 3 or 4 days on the 15th. I think we've got definitely some big ones to come on the 1st of November. In fact, me personally, I think that the bars and the entertainment venues are going to be open on the 1st of November. I don't think they can wait much longer than that, and I don't think they have to. The numbers have been kind of going little up, little down, little up, little down, but the recovery rates are way high, close to 10,000, and the death rates have been have been coming down. It says you're not connected. They will need to connect there. You have to connect your microphone and your camera before it'll let me bring you up if you're listening. Ness. I'll just call you Ness. Hey, Jake, how you doing? I'm not a hunter at the moment. Okay, cool. No problem. But yeah, if you are, Les is retired living the dream, I think. Right, Les? In fact, well, maybe I should make Les a moderator. That way he can just put him up himself. I will do that. Retired living the dream right here. He just did a video. I think it came out yesterday, right, Les? And it's really good. He did a good job giving you all the pros and cons of it. But that was pretty much the gist. I think the biggest con that he said in there was that you have to leave the country after your third 90 day. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. So I do. I think I get more people on my tests, and like I said, I wasn't even. I was testing my stuff for myself, the computer and all the backgrounds and that kind of stuff. I was messing around with. I didn't know as soon as I opened up a stream that it went out and announced it. I didn't realize that. But so that's interesting. That's going to bring some people, I think. And like I said, I think November. A lot of people are saying December 1st. Everything will be pretty much wide open, and then there's another whole group of people that say January 1st. But I think it needs to be November, sometime in November. And even if they don't open up, do something that, certain square meters of entertainment venues can open and start with smaller ones and move or something. I still don't see the reasoning, and I'm really confused with you need to be vaccinated to go into a restaurant in Bangkok. It's like you can still transmit the virus. So what difference does it make whether you've been vaccinated or not on giving it to anybody else? I don't know. Maybe I messed up. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. Hey, Unedited, how are you? Hello, everyone. Sorry, I can't type. Yeah, I know. Joe's here. Hey, Joe, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay now. I'm hopeful.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me put this on a different. There, I'll put it on that one. That one, I don't have to look at my big giant head. So I don't know what their dealing is there, but like I had said originally, October 1st, October 15th, and November 1st, I think are going to be the three big, days that they're going to announce. And they've been announcing a lot of things since October 1st. I know that they changed the curfews. And I don't know, is the curfew on? Anybody know who's in Bangkok? Is it only for Bangkok? Because we're still deep red, I think, here in Surin, and we don't have any curfew. I think it's just Bangkok. I don't even know. No, it is Pattaya too, because Mitch said that they moved it up to 10 o'clock from 9 o'clock, which helps a little bit. I mean, people sometimes, I'm asleep by 10 o'clock, but I'm old and, but the younger crowd, they're just getting going at 10 o'clock. So it'll be nice if they open up. Yeah, I think so too, Tommy J. They got to do something, even if they do that, hey, only outside, nothing inside, nothing air conditioned, so that it's not enclosed or anything. We can, I think they'll do. And Jake's here too. Hey, Jake. So yeah, deep red. Yeah. Do they have a curfew there, Les? Do they have a curfew in Rayong? I know they don't. They don't in Surin. So I'm just curious. Is it only
Hey,
Bangkok
Jake.
and those areas? I don't know, but I think you're right. I think, as Tommy said, he thinks outdoor bars will open first, and that's probably a good way to start it. There would be good. What is Soy Mafia Grandpa? What? 20 plus kids on today. Surprise! It's Super Grandpa. I only have 4 that I know of. Yeah, he's recent.
Where's Mitch
Yeah,
at?
I don't know. I didn't talk to him this morning. He did try. If you were here earlier, my phone went off. That was him, and he tried to come in here for a minute. Under and I missed him somehow. But I think he's on the road. I think he's constantly looking
Busy
for. He
shopping.
hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't found his ideal condo yet. He knows exactly where he wants to be, and I think it's a good choice because he didn't know where he wanted to have his home, place at, and then travel. But I mean, now there's condos in Pattaya that are from 5,000 to 7,000 that are 3-4 year old condos. Are they small? Yeah, they're small, but I mean, how can you beat that on a 1-year contract? You can go, hell, what's 5,000 baht US?
Nothing.
69, like 180, under
Who-
$200.
Who are you talking about, Dave?
Mitch.
Oh,
Mitch
Mitch.
is look-
yeah.
Yeah,
Mitch
because
looking for stuff in.
it's a good.
Pattaya.
Hey,
Bro.
it's a good idea because me personally, I
ladies.
know that Mike's that was in here earlier. He's got the same right idea, although I just don't like Bangkok. I think it's too many people. But he's there because he can get on the BTS. He can go anywhere he wants to. He can jump on either airport and go any place in Thailand, close countries, travel. It's a good idea. And I think Mitch has the same idea being close to Rayong airport there. You can just jump on and pretty much go anywhere he wants to in the country out of there. So that's what he's done. And he's looking at like 2, 3, 4, 5 of them a day. He's running himself crazy.
Is he going to buy or is he going to just rent?
I don't know. He hasn't really said, but I think in the beginning, he'll probably, I'm guessing, you can ask him
Right.
directly, but I think he's gonna rent. I mean, why not for 5,000 baht? Hell, you can't even get a place to store your boxes or something for $180,
No.
$90.
I've been
Yeah,
online
that's
looking at
crazy.
stuff. It's cheap.
yeah, dude. What's that?
Hi, Brock.
I've been looking up.
Or Brock?
Morning,
Who was
Jake.
talking?
You're looking lovely this morning.
Oh, stop it! Get your glasses on. Oh wait,
does
you've
look-
got them on.
Oh, they need cleaning. Sorry.
Get your new glasses on.
He does look nice and clean cut. I'll say that. Hey, Bill Harper, how you doing from
Yeah,
Ohio?
I'm a
Please,
bit
you can
rough
make
around
it.
the edges this morning.
Yeah, I shaved my head last night.
I've never
Mo.
seen your Mo Joe, so this is great. So Mo,
I'm old.
it's nice to see a face.
Yeah,
You're looking good,
We at
bro.
least see we have one clean shaven here. Everybody else has got beards except for Jake. So
I
Mitch
shave.
has a picture.
I
of
actually
somebody.
shave twice a day because
Yeah,
my wife.
that's what I
doesn't-
used to have to do.
My
This
wife
is
doesn't
just
like
about
it
a
when
month
I'm
old.
gruffy.
But yeah, so that's what I think he's doing. If he gets to a place, he'll try to pop in. Even if he's on his phone, he'll try to pop in if he's got a break. But he might be with a realtor or whatever they are called here. But I didn't even ask you. But is the audio okay on this? Is it working?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, Dave. I mean, yeah, we would have told you during the test if everything sucked, but
I know. Oh dear, so many Florida man waiting for the true orange tangerine mango to show up. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a firm believer that if you're going to retire, and I don't know, I probably said this 200 times. If you're going to retire and you're not going to retire in your country, give Thailand a shot, man. I just can't see any other place. The only other place that I probably would try, except that I just have a bad taste in my mouth just from the name, is Vietnam. But it price wise and everything, and now especially from the U.S., what is it? Almost 34 baht to the dollar now, 33.9 something or whatever. I mean, it's
I
It's good.
actually
I think it's
I actually
lovely.
transferred money tonight, Dave, and it was 33.9
That's
on
what I thought.
Wise, using Wise.
Wise. Yeah. I just transferred over.
I don't
to
know
check
if you
myself.
guys use Wise.
I said before, it was called TransferWise when I tried.
Right.
Mike's from
Yep.
Live My Ass Off was the one that got me to do it. They accepted me. They opened the account. So did Charles Schwab. And then like a week later, they both canceled me and never gave me a real reason why. They gave me I didn't open it for much, like $50 or $100 or whatever it was. And they both said, sorry. And I said, well, why sorry? You already opened it. Sorry. They would never answer. I said, all right.
I don't know. Dave,
I don't have a clue.
I know, I was in a private chat with Brock, and he told me you were kind of a shady character. But,
yeah, that could be. It could have came up and they said, I'm on a blacklist somewhere. And everybody says the same thing. Jake says it. I think
I'm just teasing you, man. You're not. You're good.
Yeah, I know that. Everybody that
Brock
I've
never
talked
said
to,
that.
everybody that I talk to loves Wise. I'm the only one, and I don't know why. If I went back and probably really hammered him, I just didn't have the time or to be bothered because I have Chase in the States. Like if he got 33.9, I would get 33. So I'd lose like a bot per deal. So, and they don't charge me anything to transfer it. So is Wise better? Yes. Is it nominally better that I have to worry about my Chase bank account? No, I go on there, boom, boom, boom. I have it in 2 days usually, and I haven't had any problem with it. I've been doing it for 3 years through Chase, so I'm just going to leave it there. But everybody that has told me that now Wise is good rates. They're
It
quick.
is. I mean, I literally in like a minute and a half sent money to my niece to pay for her dental work
Right.
that she had to do. She's got like basically $1,000 worth of dental work to do, and it was that fast. It was so quick.
Yeah, Brock, you're right. Those are some of the nastiest bastards I've seen. Those saltwater crocodiles. I wouldn't want to be swimming around. And my favorite guy got killed by a freaking, what was it, a stingray? He was my favorite guy. And out there screwing around with them and gets one through the chest, right? I liked watching that guy. How long has it been? I think somebody told me the other day it's been like 20 years or something.
It's like 12 or 15 years.
Yeah.
I thought.
Wow, I can't believe I get
Steve
old.
Irwin. I mean, Bindi Irwin was a kid. And now she's married. For God's sakes!
And it was just such a great show. I enjoyed. I enjoyed when I heard it. I was devastated. I said, "Oh man, Steve, what are you doing?"
He's a bit over the top.
Yeah,
most Australians think he's over the top, and he did a lot of stupid things. That's why he got stung by the stingray.
Yeah.
They're not
but that's what the people in America want to see. They want to see somebody die or almost die. I mean, that gets them excited. Where me, it's like he could have toned it down a little bit and probably still been alive. And his wife was awesome. I don't know whatever happened to her, but
they're still running the zoo there.
Are they? Okay.
Dave, they're still running it. Brock probably has more information than I do, but they're still running it.
I've never been there, but that wildlife park is booming, absolutely booming.
Is it? Cool, good for them. She deserved. That had to be a killer for her too. Rest in peace, Steve Martin. Yeah, koalas miss you. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed watching his show every week. I'm getting. Who's going live?
Hey, Joe. Joe, where are you? Where are you located? You look like you're in the closet right now. But
he's in Florida, Tampa.
Tampa?
Yeah.
Hell, you're right around the corner from me.
You guys gonna meet up for lunch today? Or no, it's nighttime there now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, shit. It's darker. It's darker than Well Digger's ass here right now.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
It's still Sunday there, isn't it?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
No, we're it's Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday
night football's on right now.
Yeah, I got to get the football. NASCAR running right now. I was such a NASCAR freak up until I moved. When my wife got sick 4 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever it was. I mean, ever since I was that I can remember I watched NASCAR. We went out and bought one of those big giant satellite dishes, and I used to you could watch the whole race, because when they would break for commercial, the cameras would still follow the racing, and then they'd come back in. So I get to watch the whole race from start to finish. The one thing that I wish I would have been taping was I get up early, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and Bryant Gumbel, I turned on the satellite, and it was on a CBS feed or something, and he's just sitting there. And all of a sudden he goes, "You mother effers. Why, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm just sitting there going, "Holy shit. What is he doing? F word this, F word that, everything." But it wasn't the feed out. It was the feed into CBS that I was picking up. So I was amazed at the stuff they would do. Then I always ran my recorder after that, and I never caught anything. After that, they probably smartened up a little bit. But I really enjoyed watching NASCAR, and I think they're back running again, I think, right? Anybody a NASCAR fan? Yeah. I'm going to have to try, because I have the
See you, Les.
U.S. deals. Is Les leaving?
Yeah,
Take it
he's
easy,
got
Les.
to do things for the cook.
Okay. Bear Grylls, the new Steve Irwin. Yeah, Grylls, I liked watching him. I haven't watched him in a few years now. I did watch him for a while. And my biggest thing was Survivor. I've been a Survivor addict since day one. They've had 40. Now the one that's going right now is 41. So that's over 20 years. They did 2 a year. But I'm a fanatic on watching them. But if I missed something, guys, just put it back up, because I'm just
Anybody want a
rambling now.
coffee?
Yeah, I need one.
You,
I actually
that's
have my coffee.
that's too early for me, Brooke. I mean,
Yeah,
too late, really.
I drink it all day long.
On the road again this morning. Just watched. Oh, okay. So Mitch did text me. He's on the road, so he sent it in. Yeah, and the thing has to.
So is Mitch in Thailand still, or did he move?
Yeah,
What's he
he's
doing?
in Pattaya.
I mean,
he's
he's
in
just.
Yeah,
he was going
like
to
I
go
said,
to
I'm
Italy.
going there in the next-
He had that whole thing set up. You know,
In the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be going. I'll be going there for a week's vacation with the wife and the kids. So
Really?
they're looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward
you're
to
going
it.
down to Pattaya with
Yeah.
with the wife and to meet up with Mitch. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to see him. I'll meet Kevin. I'll meet Mark, of course.
Kevin
and,
from 30 Days in a Wake Up.
Yeah, 30 in a Wake Up. Yeah, and so there'll be quite a few people there. Only one I won't be able to meet is James, because he's back in the U.S.
He's in
Chocolate Man.
Seattle, right?
Yeah. So
Well, you're gonna really have to document that, Dave. I mean,
yeah, well, I'm
'cause-
going to do a lot of video. I might even do one live stream from there, but I'm gonna take a bunch of video. So I'll take a bunch of video and do videos, and I might do some actual, if I can. I got it to work before, and I'm still going to get it to work. This application, the StreamYard, out in there. So I might do that straight from the phone. I might do some of that, and I might do. I'm definitely going to do one of those from the house here in the next couple of weeks.
Well,
So,
I think one of the things that really attracts me to your channel, and I've told you this before, is that you guys are like you're like real. You know, you're so when we chit chat about stuff, it's just things that interest all of us, whether it's current events or
Just bullshit.
some of it's like old people shit, right?
yeah,
But we
people have to have a channel,
enjoy
too.
chatting about it, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah, and especially nowadays, because do we talk about the virus and we talk about all this kind of stuff? Yeah, but we're not really thinking about the virus for the hour or the 2 hours or the hour and a half. We can just talk about bullshit, whatever we want to talk about, and mainly Thailand and my experiences here and other people's experiences here. So if anybody is coming, we can if they're new to the chat or whatever and they want to come in and ask questions, there are no stupid questions here on this channel. Everything is relevant. Come in and ask what the time of day is. Can you drink the water? Can you do that? Whatever you want to ask.
Can you drink the water?
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about coming on and being afraid of asking somebody. No one's going to judge you on this channel.
But see, that's what I like about your channel, Dave. Honestly, is that you're like straight up just.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm glad. Thanks. Yeah, because it is. It's mainly for everybody. All the people that are here right now, even on this test deal, are mainly the people that come and watch all the time, and they're the core of everything. But even the people that watch that don't want to comment and stuff like that, if you take anything away from it, I'm happy. And if you subscribed, that's great. You know. So if I get to that whatever it's called, monetization thing, I guess I get. Yeah. Oh, did I? Yeah, I get a lot more.
What's that? What's that?
Things to do with you. He said I got 4 more subscribers.
You're on.
Yeah,
672.
Huh?
Up to 672 subs.
Yeah. So and I guess once I get to that, a lot of things open up for me as far as live streaming and that stuff. The money I don't care about. Anything that the pennies it makes is going to go back to Thailand, so it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it for.
But you might get some YouTube stuff that you otherwise wouldn't be able to
exactly,
do,
and
right?
that's kind of like
producer.
Yeah, when I had like 72 subs, that was my absolute pinnacle number was 1,000. After that, I don't care. It could stay at 1,000 forever. It doesn't really matter to me, as long as I can get all the things that I want to use.
And by the way, I think I was one of your below 100 subs. By the way, just I was there. I was supporting. I was supporting. Hey, Dave. So you can appreciate this. So you see this? Send me right here on my freaking list.
Right. Yeah.
This my father-in-law tied this around my wrist 2 years ago. And I have never had a blessing thread last for 2 years before it fell off. And this thing is still going strong. And I'm like,
I wore mine for every time they put them on for the bikes and for everything all the blessings that I've had. I keep them on for like a month and a half. And my wife finally says, you don't have to keep that on anymore. And I said, I don't know. It's just there when it's time to go off, it'll come off. So it did, they stretched out and they slipped off my hand or whatever, but they do. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, they make sure that they do all the blessings. And I put up that little video on the I don't know what the name of or how to pronounce it, where the giving of the food for the people that have passed away in the family, and then you give it to the people on the outside. And I did one last year, and I only did a little short on it. I don't think it got many views, 60 views or something, but that was just a week ago, 4 days ago or something. But they always have all these interesting deals, and I wish that I knew more about it. My wife keeps me, if I ask her, she'll sit down and try to explain to me everything,
So the thing is, for this is my father-in-law basically lost his faculties shortly after the time that he tied this around my wrist. He's got some severe mental issues, and he's basically lost himself. And
yeah, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear that.
So where in many years past, I might have done kept this on for 2 or 3 months and then clipped it off or something.
Right.
I told my wife, I said, there's no way I'm taking this off. If it rots off and goes off, then fine. But this is for your pops. And sometimes I'm on the phone or video call with Line. You guys all have Line, right? So I'm not telling you something you don't know.
Yeah.
So we're on with line, and I'll tell him, I say, "Hey, look, Dad, I still got it." And he's like, and he'll
And he's probably
remember.
excited. Yeah,
He'll
he's
remember,
probably excited.
right? So
Mine, he's 75, and I bring him this, and I don't know the name of it either, but it's wrapped in a banana leaf, and they're like $5 each. And this one old lady down at the corner on the way home makes these things. It's a sweet of some kind. It almost ferments into an alcohol. Yeah, and he loves it. He loves them. And boy, when I bring those home, and he, oh, and I'm going, it's okay. I'm just, it's not that big a deal. It cost me $30 or $40.
But to your father-in-law, that's a huge thing. So your father-in-law is like 75?
He's 75. Yeah. My mother-in-law's my age. She's 64, and my father-in-law is 75. And he goes fishing every morning, throws the net every night,
Awesome.
makes the net in between during the day. He's amazing. I don't, Tommy, but if I do, I will. But mainly what it is now, everything that's in the way that I have it's set up right now, everything that's in the States is going to go to my kids in the States. And then everything that I have here in Thailand will go to my Thai family here. And there is some stuff that I'm moving over. And if I do inherit anything from my mother, I do have to have something in writing. So I will do it for that. That so much will go to my kids and so much will come here to Thailand. But they've got it made here in Thailand. As soon as I'm collecting a pension as of December 1st, and I still have to fill out the paperwork and get it to them.
Hello.
It's one of those deals where if I take less money, it's from the Operating Engineers Union out of San Francisco. I was there for 9 years, and what it'll do is I take a reduced rate until I die. When I die, she takes a reduced rate and she gets it till she dies, and it's going to be 2 to 3 times the amount she makes per month working for the government. So they're pretty much set forever. Besides the real estate and the whatever, the scooters, the trucks, all we invest in here. And I do want to invest some more. I'd really like to get that same building that Thailand Digital Nomads in Rayong, that bachelor or whatever, one room with that view. They're very reasonable. And he seems to think they're going to go down even a little bit more over the next 6 months. So it's going to take me a while to move some money in anyway. So I'll wait, and I might do that. And if I do that, I'll definitely do a video because it needs everything: bathroom redone, kitchen remodel, all furniture, everything. It's just stripped out. I don't know if you watched his videos, but it's the one that he actually rented for a year just to keep the boxes he brought from the UK or wherever he came from, just to keep them there, so he didn't have to keep them in his deal until his house is built. So
I haven't watched those, but now that you're going to make, I do subscribe to him, so I'll go back and watch those.
It's from a while ago, maybe a couple months ago, and it was about the condo. What's that?
At least 6 months ago.
Yeah, was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. That's how things go so fast for me.
Everything is just so fast nowadays, man. I'm telling you. I don't know.
And if I missed anything, did I miss anything? I don't think I did. There's only 15 people here. If I missed
because
anything,
I think everybody thinks this is a test.
Yeah.
It is.
They're flooding. Yeah. Well, we got to Thailand talking. Let's see what you put. You're talking about dying again. I know. My wife says the same thing. She gets mad. She gets mad at me about talking about dying. But I think I'm going to live for a while, fortunately, because I want to spend some time with her. I want to spend some time with her before I check out. So she'll be happy.
I think a beach is fine, Dave. I don't think you're checking out anytime soon.
No, I don't. My doctor doesn't seem to think so. He said my lungs are better than they were before because I haven't smoked in it'll be 2 years now in the first. It'll be 2 years. So he said it's all up to me. If you want to get,
Yeah,
you know, I've
You're
already
not allowed,
gained.
you're not allowed to croak, Dave.
What's that?
You're not allowed to croak. What will we do?
Yeah, I know exactly. What will
We'll be
I do?
bored.
All right. Craig says the American lawyer living here and we're going to serve this Thailand. We'll do. Well, okay, cool. That's good to know. Thanks, Craig. I will make note of that. And do we have the love connection still going on? I seen Dirty Old Man was saying he
Oh, yeah.
can't hook up with Huawei. Am I saying that right?
Huawei.
Yeah.
Huawei?
That was me.
Huawei?
I think so. I mean, I think she's
Huawei.
the 5G solution to cell phones, right? Huawei. That's
Yeah. Well, he said something. Dirty Old Man said something about. This is why. Yeah, I do. I mean, I wouldn't, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody knows pretty much that's been on this channel. She's the one that saved me. I mean, we'd only been together 8 months. She could have walked away and took whatever money I had and left me there to die. And she stayed, and she's a fantastic woman. She deserves everything that I can give her plus more. No doubt.
I think anybody who is a fan of Foreigner Joe who watched your original
Yeah, he's the one that
interview.
did it. Yeah.
I mean, Dave, that's what sold me as a fan of yours was that interview where you poured your heart out and how your at that time I think girlfriend, not wife,
No,
was just
I got married. Yeah, I got married within a week after getting back from them. Right after I got back, I got married. I
but
was
she
supposed to
was
get married
so
like the next day.
dedicated to you.
Oh yeah,
you
big
know.
time.
And God bless. I mean, that's she was your angel for sure. She was your angel.
Yeah, you're right, Wally. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's not a doubt in my mind between my doctor, my wife who passed away, and my wife now who makes it so much easier for me. This is another bummer freaking day for me, just to let everybody know. My phone just reminded me that it is my wife who passed away's birthday today. So she died September 21st, and then she has her birthday. Thanks, Jake. My wife now wants to go. Well, we should go to the temple. She wanted to put in, like I told you before, she wanted her Buddha thing inside and outside. And then next to that, she wanted to put up a shrine to my wife. I said, no, I don't want that. And she goes, because she believes that she was both mine and her guardian angel through that whole thing. My wife now prayed to my wife and said, please help him every day. Said she got up in the morning crying and prayed to my wife, Noni, that passed away. Please help him. Please help him. And when I was in that coma and they were loading me up with all the hallucinogenic drugs, boy, I had some weird dreams. But I heard voices, and I'm a believer. I don't know. I was always brought up Catholic and God and that kind of stuff. And maybe it was, but it was definitely something, and it was definitely her. And she still watches over me to this day. But Nitnoy makes it so easy for me because I don't have to hide my thing. Like I'll go on Facebook today, and on my wife's Facebook, the one that passed, I'll put in there, this is your 4th birthday I've missed. I still miss you every day. Rest in peace. And I don't have to get any gruff from her saying, why are you talking to her? Why do you do this? Because most of them are jealous. She goes on there. If she knows, I would guarantee you on my wife's Facebook page, there will probably be a message from Nitnoy saying, happy birthday in heaven, my guardian angel, or something to that effect. So I'm lucky all the way around. I don't have any grief. The only grief that I have is that I'm an American, and I'm stubborn, and I try to work everything out. And with this house, we argue. I'd say we've had 20 arguments in the 3 years we've been together, and 19 of them have been about this flipping house. So it's I told her, boy, it's going to be so nice when we move in the house. We don't have that to argue over anymore. It's going to be great.
You're very fortunate.
Yeah, she's
Dave.
a good one. Yeah, I am. Like I said, I consider myself not only the luckiest man in Thailand, but the luckiest man in the world. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Yeah, and people say, there's horror stories all over the internet, all over the world, and it's not necessarily just Thai women. It's every woman in every country across the whole planet. But I would think, I would hope that if I met somebody and fell in love with them or whatever, that I had enough intuition and knowledge that, hey, she's not asking me every 15 minutes to deposit money in her account. She's not talking about her mom's cows are sick, all these cliches. I would think those would all be triggers. I would hope that I would be able to do that, and that most people would, but there are some that don't. And it's not just here in Thailand. A lot of people like to say it's just, Thailand women are this, that, and the next thing. And it's bullshit. If you put yourself in the position where you want to, in quotes, save a bar girl, then that's a thing that you're putting on yourself to do. So, you can take that. And are there people that have been married to Thai women that have been bar girls? Yeah, for 20 years, 10 years, long time. Me personally, I think I'd like to have the women in Isan were the women that I met that were more what I wanted. First off, most of the bar women are going to be young. I didn't want a 25-year-old that wanted to go out drinking until 3:00 in the morning every night. I got exactly and more than what I wanted. I wanted we go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. We watch a little bit of TV, we talk or whatever. And 9:30, we're both asleep. And we get up at 6:00 in the morning. She makes me breakfast and takes care of
Shit,
it.
if I had a girl who wanted to go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'd never be on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But and just so you can take down, and somebody else has said it on one of the other channels, because I know I saw it, but the one determining thing that'll give a guy, in case he's looking and going, well, what kind of hints would I take to know that whether this girl really cares for me or not? If the woman is constantly asking if you have eaten and when you eaten last, and do you want to eat, those are the things you want to hear. You want to hear those every day. You want to hear, have you eaten? When did you eat? What did you eat? That's the big thing. My wife, 4 times a day. That's all. Even when she's at work and busy, she'll text me, did you eat? Oh, okay. Thank you.
That's my wife, Dave.
Yeah,
She always wants to know. She doesn't say when did you eat or what time did you eat. She goes, did you heat up your dinner yet? Do you need me to cook your dinner?
And so if you're a guy watching this right now and you want a good indication of what kind of a woman you're dealing with, regardless, especially here in Asia, that's a big thing. If they're concerned about you eating, they're concerned about you, period. And if you're getting that good, there's a good indication you got yourself a good one. Of course, I'm just keep getting fatter and fatter and fatter, but that's the way it goes. But
Me
I'm
too.
gonna
And apparently, when I keep looking at these videos, I keep getting whiter. I'm like,
yeah, you are pretty white. I'm white myself.
And
But
I was just in the
back.
sun. I was just in the sun for a Florida football game all day.
They opened up the gyms. I still have when she made me stop, I still had already paid for a month, and that was for my trainer and the gym. And so I've got a month coming. When I get back from Jantiem Pantea, I will go back to the gym. And
you gonna be doing a rower?
What's that?
Are you gonna be doing a rowing machine?
No, I only do. My knees are so bad, Joe. The only thing that I do is, as far as cardio stuff, is I do the bicycle on the least tension, and I just to move my knees, and I do that for usually an hour to an hour and 15, 20 minutes or something.
How about lifting weights?
Lifting weights, I lift, and I will push straight with my legs, my quads and stuff like that are fine, and my calves and stuff, and I do all the curls for bicep, tricep, everything, back, chest, everything I was doing, and I felt great when I was doing it, and I was going. What was I going? I was going 5 times a week, and which I don't really need to. 3 times would be plenty.
Well, that thing
But
I sent to you about your knee,
yeah, what's
that's half the recovery time.
that's what?
Half the recovery time.
What is it?
Well, if
Is
they
that
say it
me?
takes 12 weeks to recover from that surgery, from the knee resurgery, they
Not
want you
me.
to 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. What I've had done to my, is that my phone? No. What I've done to my knees is when I was early teens or late teens, 18, 19 years old, I ripped the meniscus in my left knee in 27 places, and I ripped the one on my right knee in 19 places. They took the meniscus out of both knees within a year apart. Then they operated on him twice more to take bone spurs and stuff out of it. And then 12 years ago, I had the ACL in my left knee done, and they didn't do it right. It has never been the same. So they've been wanting to replace my knees for 10 years. 10 years ago, they wanted to replace my knee. They went in there,
The
when they took, what's that?
reason why I say this is because if your knees are really that bad, eventually it'll work its way up to your hip.
Yeah, it possibly could. My hips are okay right now. But when they did the last one, when they did the ACL, and both of my knees are pretty much the same pain level, same everything. But when they did the ACL in my left knee, they took a picture and they showed it to me. The ball and the joint, there's a bare spot this big on bone, and that was 10 years. That was 10 years ago. So as the pain level, I've been dealing with the pain since I was 18. So it's like, it's hard to say. I take painkillers, the little, whatchamacallit, I forget what they're called. They have here in Thailand, maybe twice a month just to kind of relax for a couple hours. But otherwise, I don't take pain meds. So they've been talking about it. I know that Robert Mack in Asia, he had his done and he swears by it. My uncle had both his knees replaced and he swore by it. He woke up out of anesthesia when he had the first one done, and the first words out of his mouth is, "The pain's gone." He said the pain that he'd been dealing, he was a mechanic and he worked on his knees and standing and everything for 40 years. And he said when he woke up, the pain that he'd been dealing with for 40 years was gone. The pain from the surgery was there, but he said it was a totally different pain. And when he got done with it, he said it was the best thing he ever did. So now I have to decide. I've got to ask my wife. I'm going to wait till after pretty much all this bullshit's over with.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to. I think that by me marrying my wife and getting the government deal, I think they have to take me with pre-existing conditions, no matter what, just like they do in the U.S. But I have to find out about that. And if they do, I'll have it done here. If they don't, I'll go back to the States and have it done.
Well, I mean, here, there doesn't really make much of a difference.
No, here I'll have my family here.
Right, exactly.
My family there, they're typical U.S. family. You know, they all got lives. They're not like the people here that the elderly are way up here on the pedestals to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, so I'd have my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, the kids. Everybody would pitch in to help me, like they did when I first got home from the hospital. After my deal, when I was in there for the 3 months, I couldn't walk. I could walk in a walker just barely. So the kids stayed home with me, and my mother-in-law would come over, and they all took care of me. So I'm going to find out and do that.
I mean, after I had my stroke, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
And I just kept on pushing myself.
Yeah. When are you planning on coming here?
I'm hoping April. You know, but I've been looking online for different places to live. But I'm thinking about 3 hours from Bangkok, either side.
Either side. I know that the Cha Nam side is nice. So is the other one going to Pattaya, but I think that side is more. I don't know what you're looking for. I'm always
Not
looking
so much
for
in the
low
party
key.
like that.
Yeah, that's
Want
what.
to chill, relax, a beat.
Look at what Craig says here. What did Craig say? I was ran over by a drunk driver, broke my legs, reconstructed my knees. Then I ran 16 marathons. Well, God bless you, Craig. I couldn't run a marathon if they paid me $1 million right now. I can't even run. I don't even know what run would be. Let's see if I miss anything. The good part of getting laid off, you have time to look for Andy. See if you're talking pulling down. I must miss some stuff. Oh, I think he was talking to Dirty Old Man. Oh, Jake, what? I don't say
Jake left.
There you go.
Oh, he's back.
We want
I
to
get
get line and see me video call. Do you?
I had to jump back in. Had some video problems. Can you hear me,
yeah,
guys?
no worries.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know, wow,
We shuffled.
that is amazing. How you doing, Andy? I didn't see you there. Yeah, so I'm going to find out about that because I got to get it done. The pain level is probably my whole life had been like 30 or, I don't know, 3 maybe or a 4. And now it's up to like maybe a 6, 7 all the time.
I'm telling you.
What's that, Dave? What's up to a 6?
My
or 7?
knees. My knees are really bad. They need to be
okay.
replaced. They've needed to be replaced for over 10 years. They wanted to replace them 10 years ago. And
When you do replace them, you're going to be shocked the difference in how you're going to feel.
Yeah. And it's getting to the point now where I can breathe good. You know what really bothers me is it freaks me out big time when I put that mask on and I go out walking because it limits my breathing. And from being on that breathing tube for freaking 2 months, it brings back all these memories and it's almost like flashbacks, and I have to stop for a minute and pull it down and because I can breathe fine, so it's the breathing and then my knees after I'm going to say maybe a half a mile or something. I need to sit down. My knees hurt, go from a 6 to an 8 or a 9. I need to sit down, let it come back down, and then I can go and walk again. So now it's becoming, when I go with my wife, I want to walk the beach for freaking 3 miles if I want to. So I got to get it done. I'm hoping to get it done after I go back to the States in January. I'm hoping to get back there to do a bunch of paperwork and go see my grandkids and my family and friends. I'm probably going to get it done. And I got to have one done at a time. I'm not going to have them be an idiot and have them both done. I don't even think they would do that. I don't know if they would or not, but it wouldn't be such a great idea to do that. So
walking the beach for 3 miles with your
It will be a life changer for you.
is going to be awesome no matter where
yeah and I because I'm no spring chicken, but if my knees were okay and I was going to the gym, I wind wise and breathing wise, and I get rid of that flipping mask, I shouldn't have any problem. But the pain levels just, like I said, for years and years it was down to very manageable. Even now I can sort of manage it, but if I pressure the knees at all, it jumps up and it gets to something where where I have a little bit of problem tolerating the pain, and I have a good threshold for pain.
You need a good gym to put you through a bit of a rehab program, Dave.
Yeah, I have a trainer at the one gym. It's a family. I went there for about 5-6 months,
right?
And he was really good. The owner, my wife kind of knew through a friend of a friend, and he was here in Thailand. He's got all the Muscle Man trophies and all that stuff, and then his 2 nephews, and one of those is my personal trainer, and he's really good. He, because I told him at that time I was pretty much still rehabbing with walking and stuff was still a problem, and he said, just tell me when you get to a threshold and we'll stop, and I said okay. So he's really good about it. So I do have somebody, and I want to say I can't remember the price. That's how long it's been. It's been 3 months since I been to the gym, and I want to say it was like 2,500 baht or 3,000 baht a month. That included the gym and included the personal trainer 5 days a week. So personal trainer for 20 times a month. So yeah, it's cheap. To me, it was cheap.
So Dave, when you come to the U.S., is your wife? You said your wife is coming with you, right?
I want her to. Excuse me. I want her to, but I'm hearing that it's kind of tough to get the visas right now. Although hers would be easy because she owns now 2 houses. She owns a truck. She owns 2 scooters. She has 2 children. She works for the government, according to everybody I talked to. So,
it's
yeah,
not hard. It's
yeah.
not hard if
I'm
she
gonna
knows
try.
somebody.
I'm gonna try, but from what I heard, I should have been doing it already.
Nah, or it doesn't sound like it's really that hard. But
Yeah, well, I
does
guess they're
she-
just not.
does
They're
she
just not
want to
giving
come?
stuff out. Oh yeah, yeah. She just wants to see. I haven't met a Thai woman yet. Well, I haven't met very many Thai women, but most of the stuff I see and I hear, they're not like a lot of Mexico or this or that. They want to come and live in the United States.
Yeah.
The Thai women that I know, they just want to come and visit and then go back to Thailand.
Well, it's funny you say that because I just had somebody this week say to me again about like Thai relatives of, oh my God, they probably just want to come to the United States. And I said, no, they don't. Thai people love Thailand. They don't want to come.
My 2 daughters, they want to come. They want to come and stay. The oldest one right now that does the Thailand, they want to learn something and and make money here in the United States. And I told them both, I said, you guys have to speak English. If you're going to go to the U.S., you got to speak English. I can get you a job doing anything you want, from hotel, management. And, I've got a lot of friends in the United States and relatives that I could get them into pretty much anything they wanted to do. So she wants to do makeup. And my one cousin's girlfriend is a makeup artist with the studios. So I said, there's a lot of possibilities, because it's almost impossible to get into the studios unless you know somebody. So,
Right.
It is possible, but I told him you need to learn English. You've got to be able to speak English, at least enough to get by. And here I am. I've been here for 3 years. And I can say 5 words in Thai. So I'm a hypocrite. That's for damn sure. But
that's funny.
what did his
My niece, God bless her. I mean, she's an English major at Chiang Mai University, and God, she's awesome. She is. I mean, when it comes down to a Thai person speaking English, my wife says, I'm not ashamed to say that our niece is much better than I am. And our niece is just, goddamn, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's an awesome English speaker.
And that's what the oldest is. It's her first year of college. I don't know exactly what the word to say for it.
That's good.
She's just starting back, and I gave her the computer that I replaced this one with. I gave that to her, so she has that. They have been going online. She's been doing her makeup for the Thai traditional Thai dance and doing all that stuff and sending videos. I let her use a lot of the stuff I have to do that. And then the youngest one is a singer. Hers is all singing. But like I said, I don't know. I'm hearing rumors that they're trying to get all the kids vaccinated so they can get them back in November or December. But I'm hoping. My wife says they haven't said anything to her yet, so I'm hoping after the first of the year, because they really want to go on vacations. The kids are like in seventh heaven. They've never. Once every 3 years, my wife would find enough people to go. Like 3 years ago when I met her, she went to Krabi. She took the family. She flew mom, dad, the daughters, and her to Krabi for 3 days, and that was like took every day. How my wife did stuff, I don't understand it. I'm thoroughly amazed at what she could accomplish on the money she made.
You know something, Dave. You and I are equally like this. How our wives did stuff is just like amazing, right?
I know the way that she did it is she just didn't eat. That's why she's gained like 3 kilos. Well, because she's paying for her mom and dad. She's paying for the electric bill at her mom and dad's, or basically her house, her home. She gives them money every month. She's paying for a private school in Bangkok. She's paying for an apartment in Bangkok that her mom and dad or her mother goes there on a bus or a train every week while they're in school to spend Saturday
Love it.
and Sunday with them, so they don't
I
have
love
to
it.
spend
Yes,
every
I
day
love
in the
this.
thing. So she has to pay for the bus or the train tickets, and she's making. I think the salary is what I'm understanding. Good. It's right around 20,000 baht. Well, that burns up all that. So she was eating rice. That's why now, if she, they look at me weird. Can we like eat anything we want? Well, yeah, that's what life's about. I mean, I can have papaya salad anytime I want, anytime you want. The kids and her. So they don't know this. This is all new experiences for them, and they're such good kids. I mean, my wife
Love it.
and I have had discussions about it where the kids have gone, we know, Mom, we know we can't have this or we can't have that, or I know I have to give my uniforms as hand me down to my little sister, and then our shoes aren't going to be the best, and this, and that's why when we bought the clothes last time, I said, oh, bullshit, they're getting everything brand new, everything that they want, and they're going to go to school because there's a whole different thing. They had no money. I said, well, you're going to get money every week now to spend on little stuff when they go out to 7-Eleven or whatever. They're allowed to bring back stuff that is imperishable, maybe a little roll or something, or a piece of bread or whatever, little extra food. These little Thai women eat more food than I've ever seen in my entire freaking life. And I eat a lot of food, and I can sit down there and I'm completely stuffed.
You
And
do eat a lot of food.
they're still going. I said, yeah, you want more? Oh yeah, more. Okay. That's why they like barbecue. All you can eat they just sit and go. And they're this big around, They're this big around, all of them, except for me. But yeah, I don't know how my wife did it for years and years. So everything is things that they get to do now are things that they thought they would never be able to get to do in their life. Own a new home, have their own bedroom, go on vacations, being able to do anything they want on vacations, eat what they want, go in the pool, go to the beach, go here, go there. And are they appreciative? You bet. I mean, these kids do everything for me. And I've never once heard me ask them something and them, now this is American phrase, why do I don't want to do that. That's the typical American child. Don't hear that in Thailand. And I'm guessing, and what I'm being told is the female women are more that way than the Thai guys, and I guess that the Thai men are not obligated to take care of their parents or whatever. My wife says most of them do try to give their mom or their dad money, and whatever, but it's all left up to the women in the family.
Really?
And my wife takes care of everything. She would go without eating to make sure the kids had their private school. Mom and dad ate, the kids ate. Then she would spend her 10, 20 baht on rice or whatever she was going to get, and then she would eat. It's just amazing because the United States, everything is so much different. The children are getting to be disrespectful little bastards is the way that I explain most of them. They've got a mindset that, boy, if you tap me on the ass, I'll call Child Protective Services and have your ass thrown a day. If my child told that to me,
self-entitled.
yeah, and they expect things. No, it isn't so much that they want this or want that. Everybody wants something, but the kids, they expect it. This is what you need to give me. I need a brand new car when I graduate high school. I have to have this. I have to have that. And I just look at them and go, I brought you into this world. I'll take you out. Not a big problem. So I think I tapped my son on the ass twice his whole youth. My daughter, I never had to touch because she saw disappointment in my eyes in her, and she immediately started to cry, and she was hurt. I'm sorry, Dad. So it was amazing. But the kids here, totally different thing, totally different deal. Anything they get, like I think I've told the story a bunch of times, but the one that does the traditional Thai dance at 15 years old, when they would open up a market, a macro, a big C or whatever, they would call the school and ask for kids to come and do the traditional Thai dance at their openings, and they would pay them good money, 1,000, 2,000 baht. She saved it all up and bought her mom a brand new Snoopy scooter, and the one that she's driving right now, paid cash for it, at 15 years old. That you don't hear that in the States. Not I don't anyway. And my kids are good kids, you know. So I got lucky. A lot of people aren't as lucky as I am. And then to come here and to see them, that's why, you know, people say, "Oh, well, you're doing this and you're doing that." I'm not doing this out of just no gratification, because the smiles on their face makes me feel like $10 million, you know, that I can make them happy and smile, and they're always happy. I don't think I've ever seen them depressed or sad. I mean, they're always laughing. It's a great environment. So I said, like I said before, if you're going to retire, at least give Thailand a try. If you're a 50-year-old and above man, and you are single and you're coming and you want to live out your days, that's how I came here, older. And then, of course, my wife had passed away, so I was a little on the depressed side. But in my mind, I knew in maybe 3-4 years, I would like to find a companion to spend my time with, go vacation with, you know, and whatever. And it happened within a year, which I thought would never happen. And like I said, besides my wife still being here, this is the best scenario that I could possibly have imagined. And I know my wife that passed away. What's that?
How did you two meet, if I can ask?
Yeah, if every once in a while in the chats you'll see Bob, a friend of mine, and y'all usually say, "Hey, Bob, you know, from Udon is here." He's the friend that I met in Kamala, and his wife or girlfriend at the time, they owned a coffee shop, and every morning I would go there and coffee, and me and him became really good friends. And she had come to visit his wife, and I took a look at her. I thought she was beautiful, you know, and I told her, and she goes, "Yo, you're too old for her." She was 39 at the time. And I said, "No, that's bullshit. You know, I'd like to talk to her." And she goes, "Okay, well, I'll give you her line." She goes, "The worst case scenario is maybe you make a female friend." And I said, and I'll tell you the whole little story. So she said she's never been married and she doesn't have any kids. Now, they only knew each other from Facebook for like 7 years, long time, but only on Facebook. So me and her hit it off immediately online and talking. After like about 3 months, I went to meet her. And when I went to meet her here in Surin, I came for a week. She stayed at her mom's place. She came over to the hotel because I had paid for 2, and I got breakfast before she went to work. She would come over and eat breakfast with me and then go to work. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we would go out and about. But when she first picked me up from the airport in Buriram, she came up to me. We gave each other a hug. I got in her truck, which she was with her best friend. We drove to the hotel, and she came up to my room, and I could see the anguish on her face. She goes, "I have," and I said, "What?" And she goes, "I have 2 children." And I guess she thought that I was just going to go, "Okay, see you, get out of here," which maybe some people would have done. Me, I love children. I don't like little children that cry and poop in their pants. I'm not big on that. But children that enjoy themselves and are that age. She said she was married 10 years ago. She'd been divorced for 10 years. And I said, "Well, you didn't." She goes, the gal said she doesn't know. Yeah. She doesn't know that I haven't been married and that I have 2 children. She thinks that I've never been married. And I said, "Well," I said, "that just brings it up about this much of your integrity, because you told me right out of the gate, even knowing that maybe I might just say, see you later." And from that point on, we didn't do anything with each other except meet, talk. And then I went and met her family in Krabi, and we got together there. And then we were inseparable after that. I moved. And another note, up only like a year ago, I found out when we were there, I said, "Okay, I'm going to get rid of the place that I have here in Kamala. I will ship my bikes to Surin, and I will move there and go look for a house." She found a house, showed me pictures of it. I said, "Go ahead and get it, have them paint it, have everything nice, all new furniture, all everything." And then when I came, we moved in together. Well, I just found out maybe less than a year ago, she said, "I've never lived with anyone on my own. I've never lived away from my mother and father." Now she's 42 now, or 41. And I said, what are you talking about? So when I was married, my husband came and lived with my mom and dad, and we lived in my mom's house. Said, I've never lived away from my mom. And so I never knew that. But she, from that point on, we were inseparable, you know. And it's a good thing because Thai women are really jealous. I used to be jealous, but the best relationship that I had for the 27 years with the one that passed was we had a complete trust in one another. And that's what I have with Nitnoy. If she has a couple beers, she gets a little crabby. You want young girl, you want girl, you want girl. I go, come on, look at me. I'm 65 years old. What am I going to do with a younger? You're beautiful, you know. But for the Norm, I can take off and go where I want to, and she never accuses me or anything, and she can go do what she wants to, and it's a good relationship. So, like I said, I got lucky, but I met through a friend. It was lucky to meet her. But I'll tell you what, every time we go to a wedding and every time we go any place here, she has 3 or 4 of her friends that come up and say, can you find me Farang boyfriend? Can you find me husband? Can you find me? They all want foreigners, you know, and it's kind of, even the lady that I talked about earlier, where I buy the little sweets for my father-in-law. She's an older lady. I like to go over there. I always give her 20 baht. You'd think I'd give her 1,000,000 baht each time. And she, as soon as she sees me drive up, she's smile from ear to ear. She's probably 70, maybe more. She sits there all day and night. We went last night at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and she was still there selling stuff. And it's right on the way home. She told my mother-in-law, he very nice man. He very nice Farang. He very good man. And my mother-in-law agreed with her, which was nice. But she said one in her village is not a nice man, does not let Thai lady talk to anybody. She can't be alone with anybody. She can't. And I think that's sad. And I knew one person like that in Kamala too. He tried to real controlling, you know, wouldn't let, it was bad because I don't like to see anybody talk down to anybody, whether it be a woman, another man, whatever it is. You know, people put their pants on the same way I do. As long as you give me the respect, I'll give the respect. And that's the way I believe it should be. But but I guess there's a lot of bad ones too. But I'm telling people, I get hit up by 10, 15 of her friends, and they're all between 38 and 42, and they're beautiful women, and they're all hardworking. They work here in Surin, you know, and they're just looking for, they want to be taken care of. It's all they want. They don't need a man that's got $9 million. They just want to be they can take a breath, you know. I don't have to worry about only eating rice. I don't have to worry that if I don't sell anything today, I can't eat tomorrow. They just want something like that. Now, do I think my wife loves me? She loves me to death. Do I think it's an absolute necessity the way that I was going, that I needed that? No. I was looking for a companion, whether that companion was sexually or not, that was fine. Monetarily, I would help and do whatever, but I never expected love. If it came, hey, great. I just never thought it would, especially after being with my other one for 27 years. I thought it was never going to happen again to me. I got lucky, but it wasn't necessarily top on the list. But I think you can look at somebody and you can tell their sincerity, whether they love you from their heart. They definitely respect you, and they do love the things that you're doing for them. Now, will they become to love you? Probably. You know, I mean, it's hard to not be with somebody for a while. And I mean a while, 1, 2, 3, 5 years, and not love them.
Randy.
You know, so, hey, Randy. But, you know, I don't, in my case, it wasn't a necessity. I wasn't looking, it absolutely has to be true love. And no, first of all, I didn't think that was possible for me and a 40 or 38, 39-year-old woman to fall in love with each other. But it happened. And I'm glad it did. But like I said, it wasn't the absolute factor or deal breaker that this woman had to love me unconditionally. Wasn't necessary. And like, well, this was the old comment that she made here. She loves her country and don't want to leave Thailand. My wife wants to see the United States and see many other countries, but my wife, it would be for me to get, I don't think it could even happen. I don't think I could get my wife to move anywhere without her parents. Yeah, 1.5 hour test. Yeah, you're right, bro. But there's no way. The only chance that I have of maybe moving closer to the water is TOT has places all over Thailand, in Rayong, in Pattaya, in Bangkok, every place, in Hua Hin, in Pachuap. They all have places. She could put her name in to one of those places. But if I did leave, now we have the house. I think it's going to be hard to get her to leave her home. She considers this her home, and go someplace like that. But if I did, I would have to take mom and dad with me. Would be no. It wouldn't happen unless they went. But because I do like the ocean, man. Camel, I really like. Do I like Surin? Yeah, but I'm jonesing now because I was supposed to go to the same hotel, same place 6 months ago or whatever it was, 5 months ago before all this crap started, and it had been like three months before that. So I'm jonesing for a little bit of ocean. I love the ocean. Am I missing anything? I missed a couple of people. I saw Randy. I said hello. And we're old people home. Oh, you do? I didn't know that. Well, I'm an old person. See?
Me too.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a great place to be. Like I said, where are you going to go? Like Tom, like I told you earlier, 13,000 baht for this 5-star hotel that he says is one of the best hotels he's ever stayed in Thailand for 1,300 baht. For what is that? 45 bucks, something like that, 40 American. That's crazy. So if you're going to come and enjoy, you might as well come now. And I don't know. It's only 7-day queue now going into a sandbox, and they're considering Krabi a sandbox now. So you can come into Phuket and then fly out of Phuket, I'm imagining, to Krabi and do your 7-day quarantine there. So they're making it pretty easy for somebody that's going to come. It's a little bit harder for people that only coming on vacation. What's that?
Look, Jake,
I'll be right back, Dave.
I missed. What did you say, Brock?
I said Jake looks like he's going to sleep.
He probably is. What did you put up here? I missed it. I have been an old folks home. Yeah, my grandmother was the last place that I went and seen that. And are there old folks homes in Thailand? I mean, these people are there? Because, I don't get that from the people that I've seen so far that they would even fathom sending unless they're just so, like a Nip Noise thing, she had to work and they needed 24/7 care, then I guess they would have to do something. But the Thai people that I met, they're going to do everything possible to take care of their elderly until they pass.
The one I looked at was full of people who were beyond family care.
Yeah, is that what it is? Okay. And that makes sense, I guess.
It's not anything like the old folks' homes in America or Australia.
No,
it's a very sad place, very rudimentary. We ended up making a donation of rice and food and all sorts of stuff when we were there.
Okay, what did Andy say here? Bali's about to open 5-day queue, fully vaxxed. Really? I think they're all everybody's got to stay paced, man. If I was another country in Southeast Asia and all of a sudden Thailand over a 2-month period is 100% open and just begging people to come and I've got my borders closed, I'd seriously be thinking about what do I need to do to open my borders. I don't know what, I wish Robert Mack was here, but it's probably late wherever he is. But of course, not any later than Gator Jake. But I'd like to know because his wife is from Vietnam, In fact, I've got it. I told you guys that before. He's going to be my tour guide. He has
Hey,
already
Brian.
accepted that to be my tour guide in Vietnam when I want to go. I want to look. I want to see what it looks like now. And who's here? Baldy, how are you? Hello. How are you?
Oh, wow, Baldy Brian.
The last time I saw you, I was on somebody's live stream that what's the guy that's been here for a million years? God, Thailand. Excuse me. Anyway, you could probably tell me, Baldy. Who did you go hiking with yesterday? Anyway, and it's the guy that's been here 100 years. You'd think my mind, I've just got Alzheimer's. That's all. Because whoever I was watching, he was on there, and he said that he was with you, and you guys were going hiking up in the
Are
mountains.
you talking about Carl's Thailand?
Yes, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Carl's awesome. Yeah, he's one of the best.
Yeah. And if you guys aren't subscribed to, yeah, that's right, Baldy. If you guys aren't subscribed to Baldy's, by all means, he's got some good content, drive around stuff. I was in Costa Rica for almost 10 months, 8.5, 9 months, something like that. I used YouTube when I got to where I was going, Cocoa Beach,
Right.
In Costa Rica. By watching these videos of people driving around, I knew every place when I got there. I know exactly. Oh yeah, I got to make a left here, a right there, go down here. Here's this, here's that. I knew everything before I even got there, just by watching, ride along videos, and Baldy does some good ones. So by all means, subscribe to his channel. It's called Old Man Syndrome. Yeah, I had it for many years. I think even before I would have been considered old.
Have you seen Patty's channel today?
Thanks for putting it up, Brock. What's that?
Have you seen Patty's video today?
No, I saw like 2 minutes of it, and I switched from that to something else I got notified on. But I'm got to go back and watch it. He's up Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai.
Thailand bad.
What's that?
I want to ride Thailand bad.
You want to ride there?
Around those curves, those
Yeah.
thin ass curves. Oh, it looks like so much fun.
That's what I'm waiting for. I haven't told my wife. She's working, right? Yeah, she's not here. When I get back, I think I'm going to go down there. I think that if you guys 30 and a wake up, Kevin, if you guys aren't subscribe to him too. It lives here in Thailand now. He came from living out of a van or a camper or whatever in the United States, and he's starting up a Thailand thing. He bought a bike, and he's going to kind of do the same, something similar to what Patty's doing, and he's going to take a couple of short runs. I think Mitch is going to go and him. So I'm going to try to hook up with them with my Forza. I want to get the Forza out on the road. My wife won't be happy about it, but I think they're going to go down towards Koh Chang, and if they're going to do that, I might blow over for 4 days and spend. I'll find out when I go in the next couple of weeks to Pattaya. I'll talk to Kevin and Mitch and see if they're going to do it, because Mitch ended up getting the same bike. They both got the I call it an Aerox 155. It's a Yamaha. They're good. They're a good bike. It's a good choice for the money, price wise, and for what they're going to do. It should be fine. Let's see. What am I missing? Also,
I want an Enduro.
Yeah, those ADVs, Hondas, they're quite expensive, but it's only a 150. But they're nice. But they do make a 750 ADV. See, I'm into the twist and goes, so I'm lazy. Not only am I a fat old man, I'm a lazy fat old man. So let's see.
I want my Honda ST 1100.
Yeah, there you go. Supposedly they're supposed to be making a bike a little bit same style, same everything as the African Twin, but smaller in horsepower and engine size, which would probably be almost the perfect bike. Although they're probably going to want money for it, a lot of money. It's amazing how familiar you can come with the city on the other side.
How much more do they add on there from here?
Exactly, Randy. What's that?
How much more do they add on from here in the United States to there?
Well, I know that the Forza, they make the Forza here in Thailand. The ADV, I don't know if they make here in Thailand. If they make it here in Thailand, it's considerably less because they're just getting taxed on parts and stuff like that, which is way less. I think it's almost 100% tax on cars. So if you've got a, a 20 or 30, $20,000 motorcycle, it's going to be 35, 40 grand. They tack on an enormous amount of money.
It's a Honda Africa Twin here, cost fully loaded 22.5 in that order.
I don't know.
Well, here, so I'm here. There will be what 35.
It all depends. I don't know. I don't think they make them here, so maybe it probably would. But you could go on. You could go on Google and it'll tell you. What did Baldy said? Carl and I climbed 3 mountains. Yeah, I love to watch videos like that because I've actually got myself talked into that by me watching them. I'm actually burning calories and I'm losing weight just by watching you climb up in the mountains and stuff. So you guys do a big service to me. I'm horrible. Yeah, it must be hard. My son's girlfriend has valley located there. Yeah, like Mike's from Live My Ass Off. His wife now came from the Philippines, and they got married. They've known each other for 4 or 5 years, and don't quote me on that, but they've known each other a long time. And they've had spells where they've been apart, but it was almost a year. And as soon as she got here this time, they got married within like 3 weeks after she got here. Oh, shit. Oh, is that loud? Oh, I said shit. Where's the jar? Mark's not here. Or Mark's not here, is he?
A warning for everybody. You're not allowed to say shit on this channel.
yeah. Either that or you got to pay. You got to pay 1 baht. So let's see, Greg. Yeah, okay, I saw that one. What else did I see? Frank says, "How are you doing? Bikes are good until something goes wrong. You wouldn't catch me doing any distance on tie roads." Yeah, I have to. Is it dangerous? Yeah, but it's dangerous in my whole life in California, driving on California highways with California idiots. And my life has been, most of my life has been on 2 wheels. So my wife, if she had her way, I would have never got my Forza, but I'm going to do some. But I'm not looking forward to the little, any kind of hustle and bustle city. I want to go out in the roads that I've driven on, like the 2 or 3 trips we've made from here to Tarat to Koh Chang. Those are all acceptable. If I got people crossing over the line and someone takes me out, then, so be it. But like I've said before, I've kind of got this thing in my brain. I've come this close to dying a bunch of times on the bike. And I've been told subconsciously that I will not die on a motorcycle. So
I go the same way.
Yeah. So I'm lucky that way, but it's tough. It's hard to do. I know when I was talking about that lady that sold the little candy stuff I get, or the whatever they are, for my father-in-law. My wife said that, you remember when she wasn't there for 2 or 3 days, one of her relatives right there on the drag, right there and real close to my home, either her nephew or somebody got killed on a scooter. It doesn't take much, especially for me. If I come off of a bike at any kind of speed, I'm probably done. Because if I'm not dead, I'm going to be in the hospital forever, and I'll probably never recover. But
you wear any gear?
Got some padding, Dave.
What's that?
You wear any gear, Dave?
Have some padding. Yeah, I do have that. That's for sure. Yeah, what is dirty old man? You strike me as have been ever since I was 16. Like I stated before, I had a panhead that I rode to high school, and ever since in Costa Rica, I had a Honda little one. They're called an Elite. Excuse me, it's a 125, and really liked that. And then they're just so damn expensive here, and I just don't want to shift anymore. I mean, from 16 to now, for 50 years, I've been, rigid frame, suicide shift. I'm always shifted, and I've always been in fact, if half the people that know me or they don't listen to my YouTube. They don't even know I have one. If they did and found out I was riding a Honda, I'd probably get a whole bunch of crap for doing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What did you write, Brock? Let's see. So only there are old people who can't get themselves. Doesn't do any good to get angry with. Yeah. That was the biggest thing for me, for spending basically awake in that bed for a little bit less than half the time. So like 3 weeks or something that I can mentally remember when he took me off the heavy drugs and stuff, was going to the bathroom in the bed. It just drove me insane. I mean, I was like in heaven the day that I went to the private room and I made them carry me from the bed to the toilet. And I was like, yeah, woohoo, shower, I was in heaven. That was the worst part for me, was going in the bed. And the nurses, I'm going, Ken, there's something you can do? And you can't talk because I got a tube down my mouth. So I have to write, and it's been a month and a half since I used any of the muscles. So trying to hold a pen and write, please take me to the shitter, it didn't work, so, but let's see, what did Wally's going to tell us what he wanted. They build Harleys here, so now no import tax. I will check that out. But they were still.
That's the question you got to ask.
But see, I'm an old time Harley guy, man. I spent under $2,000 for my panhead that I built when I was a kid, and I got a lot of basket cases, we called them back then, for $1,000, $1,500, $1,200, and now. So I was one of those bad people that were maybe considered a 1%er, which was definitely considered a 1%er, but that looked at all the yuppies and said, these people are the people that are screwing with my Harley Davidson prices. But I was a bad person then. Now I'm a good person. God bless anybody that can go out and afford one. But the one I have at home that I just gave to my son was a 2008, the cheapest model they have. Okay, they're Super Glide. And I had the back shocks replaced. It only has one seat on it. And I had lowering shocks put on it. And it was a great little sports bike. But it was only $12,000 compared to all these other bikes that were 28, 32, 35,000. I just thought that was freaking insane. And I know the bikes, even if you buy them here, they're going to be 30 grand. They're going to be $1 million baht, or damn close to it. Go ahead, Brock.
I'm going to have to call it quits for the day, guys.
It's been 2 hours. It's 2 hours test, so maybe I'll do a test.
That was only going to be 5 minutes. Again.
And I was testing my own equipment. I didn't know I was going to go online. Yeah. But anyway, I'll say
21 likes, 1 down, 1 thumbs down.
Well,
I can fix that. Hold on. There you go.
Over 20 people, but he said he's got. I think the one Brian is I'm imagining your name's Brian, and if you're bald, God bless you. So am I. But fantastic bike for the street. That's the one you do all your motor vlogging on, right? That's the one I see when I watch your videos. Do I ever get angry at what? What is this? Did you ever get angry and cuss when you tried to? Yeah, they couldn't understand me because the tube was in my mouth. But if they heard half the stuff that came out of my mouth, my saving grace was all the nurses loved me because there was a French guy in there and a couple other foreigners, German guy, that were just nightmares. In fact, if I could have climbed out of bed, I would have pulled them out of their bed and killed them right there on the floor for the crap that they were saying, screaming at 2:00 in the morning. And it was a nightmare. So the nurses loved me. They thought I was the greatest foreigner that ever lived. They do to this day, because you got to also remember my wife, every time that she'd come, every day she'd come 3 times. And at least one of those times she would bring fruit, smoothies, everything for the nurses. So that I think probably influenced them a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's Bob right there. That's the one I was telling you about how I met my wife. We were talking about you. Were your ears burning, Bob?
Hi, Bob.
We're just getting ready to wind it up. Mr. Mitchell dating, I guess. No, he's looking for a condo. While we God, am I saying that right? I always say that every time. I think I can get it. Huawei, like Wahin, Huawei. Okay. I'll forget that in 5 minutes. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
They'll correct you again tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Or the
You
next
bet.
day.
All right, guys. Unended. It's been almost 2 hours now. Joe, thanks for coming on, brother.
Be
And
good.
Jake and Brock, of course. Wally, Randy, Andy, Tommy J, who am I missing? Bob, of course. Dirty Old Man, Randy E, I already said. Unedited, I'll see you. I think I've seen you in the last couple. Thanks for stopping by. And I will go, and maybe we'll do a test tomorrow. Who knows?
Joe, can you trim your beard a bit next time, please?
Yeah, I do need to trim it, because if I don't trim it now, I won't look quite ravishing on the beaches of Jomtien. I won't be able to beat all the women off. But anyway, all right, guys, take it easy.